Got some new scales, so they're showing my weight as 42.2 kilos.
Good morning, it's Tuesday the 23rd of January 2018. Today I've got to go to an appointment with dietetics is what they call it, like a dietitian. So I'll be spending all of this afternoon doing that. I've managed to download the data off my Fitbit, and it's actually quite interesting looking at how my heart rate changes when I have a shower and stuff, or when I stand up compared to when I'm lying in bed. So I'll show you the data I've got so far. And I've just seen my morning carer driving up the driveway, so I'll be back later. Bye bye.
So I've got a record here of my weight, because when I logged into my Fitbit account I found all this data on there, and I can look at a graph to see that's what my weight's done over the past year. And then if I just look at all the data I have over years, you can see what's happened. I started at about 46, almost 47, and now I'm down at 42. So the measurements start from the 2nd of July 2015 and go on until today. So here you can see where I got ready for bed, there's a bit of a spike, then I'm resting in bed, and then this is what happens when I try to shower. My heart rate goes way up, and then here's me, going to my appointment, and then, getting the transport home and coming in, and then this is me in bed this evening. So you can see how, even though I haven't done any exercise and haven't even really stood up, apart from taking a few steps, my heart does still spike quite a lot. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when I get more data. And then in terms of my sleep, apparently I've only slept for 5 hours and 6 minutes last night.
Hey, so I had to have my electric wheelchair put outside because I'm hoping they'll let me take it to the hospital, and I can't get it out of the house myself because I still don't have a ramp. So that means that because it's outside, I've got to use this manual chair in the house, and it's like really tough on my shoulder and my hands, but especially my shoulder. So the carers helped me put together all my stuff I need for my appointment, and she's pushed me around so that I can get the things I need, and got my clothes out for me, and really helped a lot. And she's obviously noticed that I've been walking on my leg when I wasn't supposed to. I don't know how, but she has. So she was telling me, make sure you don't walk on it, because I'm getting it reviewed on the 30th, and I don't want to end up, having to have surgery or something, unless I definitely need to. A bit nervous about this dietitian appointment because I'm worried that they might just think I'm only eating certain things because, I'm fussy, or because of a psychological issue, or because I've convinced myself, or because I'm trying to lose weight or something like that. and it's obviously none of those things. It's just that I can't digest certain foods, and the unbelievable pain that I get is just too much for anyone to bear. And honestly, if you experience the pain that I feel when you try to eat normal foods, then you wouldn't want to eat them either. So I'll let you know how the appointment went when I get back. Bye bye for now. So just waiting for the hospital transport to come. They could come any time in the next couple of hours, so we will see. Hello. So the appointment with the dietitian was a bit weird. She asked me a lot of questions and I explained everything I'd done and the foods that I can eat. And she said that all the foods that I've said that I can eat have like things in common that would make them part of a sort of diet that would work for certain medical conditions. So it does actually make sense what I'm doing. It's not just random that I'm eating, you know, rice and a chicken breast and a scrambled egg. Anyway, she said that the whole thing was too complex for her to suggest anything now, and that she needs to chat with her colleague, another dietitian, to get more information, and then I think she'll probably write to me at another appointment. So I'm glad that she didn't just go steaming in and try to change things without, you know, thinking about it and understanding the situation. And I think she probably is a very good dietitian, but it's a bit frustrating to come back and feel like you've got no further forward and then having to repeat the process again in a few weeks or months. But she was very kind and understanding and didn't at all suggest that it was my fault. I'm feeling a bit nervous about going to university tomorrow because this module that we're supposed to be starting, and there are all these issues, like I mentioned before, the lever to take the chair off my wheelchair is broken, so I can't actually get it in the car, which means that even though I can get a lift to university in the morning, because I'd have to leave quite early, I will have to take my manual wheelchair, and I can't move it more than a few metres without sort of dislocating my shoulders or injuring them somehow. Especially my bad one here, which you can see is much further down, and that's because I've been trying to use the manual wheelchair today because I had to take the electric wheelchair outside so that I could then get the hospital transport to take it to the hospital with me. So basically there are just loads of logistical issues, and I think we figured out a workaround for tomorrow, which involves me getting a lift there, then paying a taxi to take me to the bus stop, then getting straight on the bus with my wheelchair to get back home. And I also had to rearrange all my carer calls, which they were kind enough to sort out for me, so that was nice. And I feel a bit awkward again about being the one that comes in a wheelchair, and you know, I think I rock my wheels most of the time, but it's still really awkward when you meet loads of new people and you're the only one in a wheelchair, and it just adds a sort of separation or a barrier there that you have to get over before you can start speaking to people.